All right, let's go back to those visuals of the Army Chief Bipin Rawat, who is now taking the the Tejas fighter jet for a spin in the nimble fighter jet, which will hit the skies above the Yelahanka Air Force Station. This is the Aero India Show on display, and this is the light combat aircraft Tejas, and is being taken for a spin by the Army Chief himself, who has got the go-ahead after all the protocol clearances were done by the principal scientific advisor to the government, who said yes, well, the Army Chief can take that light indigenously built Tejas fighter jet for and fly it. And this is the first time that General Rawat will fly in the homemade fighter jet, also known for its agility, being the smallest and the lightest multi-role supersonic fighter jet in its class. And Aero India 2019 has had some spectacular shows with as Nishita was pointing out, the Rafale was also on display, the Sukhoi, the MiG series, the MiG-29 that has been refurbished and fitted with some of the best technology, also on display. And this is, of course, India's indigenously built Tejas light combat aircraft, and as I pointed out there, this is known for its agility. It is the smallest and the lightest multi-role supersonic fighter jet that is there with the Indian Air Force. And although it is a lightweight aircraft with a short range, well, the Tejas fighter, also known as the LCA Tejas fighter, can carry the same array of modern weapons that bigger warplanes can, we imagine, and for precision guided and standard weaponry as well. And this is what is going to be the fighter jet that the Army Chief is going to be riding in minutes from now, and it will be on display, even as hundreds of people have actually thronged to the Aero India Show, not just the military class and the officials from the government, but also locals and civilians who have thronged to Aero India 2019 for this spectacular display of the Indian Air Force's strength. And among the crowd of defense investors, government officials and military officers, as we said, there are thousands of civilians to watch the spectacular flypast of the powerful jets and aerial aerobatic shows. But this, of course, started on a tragic note right at the beginning, when during the rehearsals, one of the Indian pilots during the rehearsal lost his lives when two jets collided. Two pilots survived. They ejected on time. And this is a 5-day event that ends on February 25th, and it started in the 1990s, and it is the 12th edition of the Aero India Show. And we are waiting minutes from now the Army Chief, who will be flying that fighter jet, which is known as the light combat Tejas aircraft, which you can see on your screens at the moment. And there you have it. Well, it started off, and it's going to go for a spin with the Army Chief General Bipin Rawat. This is the first time General Bipin Rawat is flying a light combat Tejas indigenously built fighter jet, and it's going to be quite a scene there in Bengaluru, where once it goes up in the air, all the crowds will be roaring, I presume, to see the display of that fighter jet as it takes off. And the exhibition in the air show is organized every 2 years. And has already carved a niche for itself globally as well, with the premier aerospace exhibitions and 11 successful editions from 1996. This is the 12th edition, so 11 have already gone off successfully, and there are a lot of investors who look at this aero show to know more about the Indian Air Force's aircraft strength and what kind of aircrafts are on displays. And we said, from the Tejas series to the Sukhoi to the MiG, to now the new edition of the Rafale, which also had a lot of focus this time around, was also on display. And over 60,000 business visitors and over 1 lakh general visitors attended the last edition of the Aero India in 2017. So if it is drawing that kind of crowd, 60,000 business visitors, we can assume the importance of this vote for the government as well as for the Air Force. And this year, the Aero India, of course, as we said, it started on a tragedy with the Surya Kiran aerobatic exercise leading to the death of one pilot. But here you have on your screens the light combat aircraft, the Tejas indigenously built aircraft, which is awaiting a clearance to fly. And who's the special passenger on board this Tejas light combat aircraft? Well, it is the Army Chief General Bipin Rawat. And there, well, you have it. It's almost taking off. So we sort of lost that visual there of the fighter jet. Actually, it's probably mid-air now. But like we said, although this is a lightweight aircraft with a short range, the LCA or the light combat aircraft Tejas fighter jet can carry the same array of modern weapons than bigger warplanes can, and from precision guided to standoff weaponry to long range, beyond visual range missiles. So it has a whole gambit of things that it can actually do. We've lost that visual of the Army Chief now, obviously taking off and on mid-air. He is the special passenger on board the Tejas fighter jet.